Hey y'all, it's Taylor from tattooedteacherplans. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're doing a memory keeping spread for the week of November 16th through the 22nd, which is the week before Thanksgiving here in the US. And I have a really cute kit to use and I have quite a few pictures to include as well. So I think it's going to be a really cute spread. Before I show you the kit, let me show you the spread in my everyday planner in case you want to go and check this out. This is a kit by the Crafty Banana. I've used this kit. This is the 4th time. And if you go to this plan with me, which I will have linked up here in the card, and hopefully I'll remember to link it down below, but in the description of this video, I linked the other spreads that use this kit. So I just love this, especially this little touch there. But this is really pretty, and I'm just going to keep this for reference off to the side. And then this is the kit I'm going to be using. This is a new to me shop. This is a Rise and Plan, and I have been following for a while, but this was my first order, and I was really drawn to this artwork. I think it is absolutely beautiful, and I really like the colors. It's just so pretty. I really like it, and the florals are so pretty. So I will use all of these full boxes except for this one right here because I'm not a mother, no plans to be, but the other ones will totally work for me, and I just think it's beautiful. I really like this artist. I can't remember what her name is. It's a Rose something, but let me show you the kit. I really like the amount of labels and boxes that you get in her kits. And her paper is really nice. It's a premium matte, and it is just buttery and smooth, which I love. The colors in this kit, like I said, are just kind of different from my other fall kits. They're totally fall colors. It's just I haven't been using any traditional colors lately. Although this blue, the pop of the blue is kind of fun. This is a big kit, and I remember her, I think it was during a sale, but I remember it being very affordable. I do like the deco here and the size of it. And these date covers are really pretty. Okay, so I have a bunch of pictures that we're going to throw in here too. This week was a pretty good week. It ended really well, but the work week was a little bit ups and downs, we'll say. So let's get into it. All right, so I have this bottom washi here, and I am just whitening out the lines to the side just because it's a teensy bit short, as pretty much every washi is this year, but it is long. So I'm trimming off the bottom of the bottom washi on the other side just so that it doesn't hang off. And doing the same thing on the other side. So just lining it up against that bottom line and then trimming from the back. I find you can like see it a little better from the back. All right, then I'm gonna move on to the headers and the date covers. I'm just gonna use the stuff from the kit because it's there, and I love when shops include this kind of stuff. I know it's extra, but it's just super handy to have like date dots and stuff in kits. So I'm going to alternate these 4 colors from the kit, and I really love the color scheme of this kit because it's different from my other fall spreads in this planner and my other, like my everyday planner. It just like is a different color combo. It's a little bit more traditional than the other spreads that I'm doing, so I enjoy that. So we got the date covers down, the headers down, and then we're going to move on to the sidebar. Oh, the weekend banner too, which is cute. Okay, I'm just going to pop a little bit of deco up at the top. I've been enjoying that lately, so I just wanted to do that real quick before we do the sidebar. And then I'll just trim off the excess here. My cat is being just very needy right now, so if you hear any kind of banging against the desk or just insanely loud purring, that's her. Okay, so I put in that full box there, and then this one at the bottom that says thankful for love, and then the this week header And then I just popped in this half box for my favorite moment of the week. And then I just put in a little bit of deco to kind of just make it a little bit more special over there. And then starting on Monday, I have had this this little screenshot for a while now, and this felt like a really good week to use it. So it says Mondays are the worst, but then the worst is marked out and says for fresh starts. And then I put in a label here to mark in that we were still hybrid, but that it's okay. Hybrid is the hardest model for teachers, in my experience, personally, and watching others. We're going to make it through. It's just really, it's difficult. But I have a note here that I gave a test today, which it was a weird test. It wasn't like a good, great assessment, but it was we needed to do it. I needed to get some data. So, but I gave it in a new and different way, and they all did so well. They could use all their stuff in their Google Classroom, and I gave them several essay prompts, and they could choose which ones they wanted to do, and they all did really well. I was impressed. And then at the bottom there, I just put in that I finally cleaned out my garden, which is in the back of my house, and it was just a chore. There's a rose bush back there and this other bush that has thorns, and it's just, it's hard. And I hate doing it. But next year, I will do much better in the spring getting it ready. So I think it'll be a little easier. Also, I got Stitch Fix again this day, and it was a total bust. So I ended up switching stylists, which I really don't do very often, but I have a new one now, and I'm enjoying what she's picking for me lately. And I'm glad I'm back on the right track. I get Stitch Fix about every other month, and it's basically my whole wardrobe now, so I'm kind of like invested in it, and I want the stylist to like be good for me. Anyway, on to Tuesday. I just have a note here that school is in limbo and super weird. My friend Amber and I tried to come up with a plan. It was a complicated plan. We actually ended up kind of doing a lot of it. So it wasn't like worthless, but it was a lot of work that you'll see on Wednesday didn't really come to fruition. So I have a little saying here from, I think it's from, I can't remember, but it says sometimes your life is hard and you're allowed to say so, especially right now. And so I took a much needed self-care night and I started a new book. I don't remember which book it was, but I enjoyed some quiet time, which is always nice. And then on Wednesday, I put in this Fox and Pip sticker that says "Nah," and our idea was shot down by our superintendent and our principal. But another principal was very supportive of us, and he helped us a lot. And it was a good experience, like working through all of that, and then later coming to find out that our information was actually really good. That didn't happen for a couple more weeks, but that made it a little better in the end. And then I was really bummed about this because we did put a lot of work into it, and it was a good plan. There was just like a lot of factors that needed to come together, and just it didn't. So I was bummed, and I needed a walk to clear my head about all of that. Walks always do that for me. And then I have a note here that I finished Then She Was Gone, and I liked it a lot. I am definitely back into thrillers, and I finished one recently that was really good called The Broken Girls. Recommend that one. It was really good. And then right now I'm reading one called I cannot remember what it's called, but I'll definitely give you an update like later in a memory plan with me. But anyway, I like it. It's really good. Okay, then on to Thursday. I have a meme here that says, some days I want to reply to emails with okay and this photo. It was that kind of week. It wasn't all bad. It was that kind of week. And then on Friday, I went ahead and put in a picture there because of that double box situation. And we had a little send off for one of my students, and she was going to state for cross country. And so that was a fun thing to remember. And on Thursday, I actually got interviewed by a University of Texas student via phone about my tattoos and being a teacher with tattoos. And that was really interesting. She's going to send me the article. But that was a good experience, and it was just interesting to get kind of like a different perspective and just to kind of just chat with somebody who doesn't know a lot. And anyway, it was really a good experience and a new experience. And then I also have a note here that I finished the podcast Tom Brown's Body, which I highly recommend. My lunch crew has been they were listening to it every week, and then we would discuss. And I was a day late, and they all yelled at me, so I had to catch up so that we could talk on Friday about it. That podcast is very, very, very good, and it happened, like the events of it happened and are happening like really close to where I live, so it's kind of like, it's not personal, but it's like connected to where I live. And I also had a really good chat with my friend Jennifer, so I put a note down there. She was very encouraging. And then on Friday, I just like let it go, and I had Whataburger for dinner and I had a Dr. Pepper shake, and it was delicious, and I do not regret it at all. And then this evening, I needed to just chill. So it was a stressful week, so I just had a little planning session and did some memory planning. And I also watched a really good documentary on HBO called Crazy Not Insane. It was fascinating. It was about people who are deemed criminally insane and what the guidelines are for that. And they had a lot of like examples, and they interviewed a lot of psychologists. It was just very interesting. And then on Saturday, I got up and went out to the canyon. So I live near Paladora Canyon, which is the second largest canyon after the Grand Canyon in the United States. It's huge. And I actually got lost. So there's that. I always like, when I heard of people getting lost in the park, I'm like, it's not that big. Come on now. No, I had been on this trail like probably 10 times before, and I just took a wrong turn at a fork and I got lost, and I backtracked twice and I was still lost, and I freaked out a little bit, but I ended up backtracking like the third time all the way back, and then I found out where I like took the wrong turn. But anyway, lesson learned, and now I won't make fun of people getting lost in the park. It's really, really big. All right, and I just took a bunch of pictures because it was beautiful. Not only was the weather good, but the canyon looked really pretty. It always looks different in different seasons, and I think the spring is my favorite, but I do love like the winter. And then on Sunday, I worked out the Thanksgiving menu with my grandparents, and then I have a note here that my grandparents were doing okay. They got COVID in November, and they are just fine now, thankfully. Very grateful for that. I did get to see them briefly over Christmas, and it was really good to chat with them, and they've learned their lesson. And then on my sidebar here, I'm just journaling here. Lots of ups and downs this week. I simmered down by Thursday, but I was still frustrated. Getting some energy out helped. Definitely, for sure. The hike was, it's always kind of therapeutic to get out there, for me at least. And yeah, I just needed to work it out, and I did. And then my favorite moment of the week was my hike. I am going to keep a hike a month as a goal for 2021 because it just helps me a lot. So here is this spread all finished up. I really like it. The artwork is beautiful, and it's just fun. I like the colors and the florals, and it's just really pretty. I love my canyon pictures, and although it feels a little more heavy over here, definitely with pictures, I do like the amount of journaling that I've been doing lately, and I really think that is helping me a lot. If you don't know, I use the pages between the months. So there is a notes page and there is a dashboard page, and I use these pages to do journaling on my own, which I keep to myself, but that has really been helping me a lot. You know, getting out my pent up emotions and frustrations and all, and the good stuff too. Just getting it out and not keeping it all inside, because you just got to get it out sometimes. And that is something that I'm having to work on purposefully. Like, I have to schedule time to journal, but I don't require myself to do it for too long. I just do it, and it's becoming easier as I go. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this plan with me. This was a fun spread to put together. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I'll see you next time. Bye!